Hi and welcome to A World of Words Writing Advice. I'm Vanessa and today I'm going to talk about how to create likable characters. Characters are the heart of your story. You can have an ingenious plot, but if your characters are less interesting than celery, readers are likely going to put it down with a frustrated groan. I've come across this a few times. The plot was interesting enough, but when it comes down to the protagonist, I just didn't care. Of course, the opposite can also be true. You can love the characters, but the plot leaves you wanting. But that sounds like a topic for another time. Right now, it's time to push our characters into the spotlight. Creating lovable characters is tricky business. Your favorite character in a novel may be your friend's least favorite. But as authors, we try to do our best to appeal to everyone in our readership. So how is it done? How do we create a character? Look around at your friends and family. Everyone is full of their own unique opinions and personalities. Borrowing a few personality traits here and there is a good start. And also look at your acquaintances. There is a whole nother pool of personalities. It's fun to take a couple different personality traits that you are personally really drawn to and maybe mix them up a bit and then completely change the character, because you're not actually putting your friends and acquaintances in a book. You're just kind of trying to come up with something to create this new entity, really. You could also turn to your favorite fictional characters for inspiration, though I would avoid doing too much of this. If you are inspired by one of a character's personality traits, like say their unshakable sense of integrity, then make sure that is the only thing you borrow from that character. For example, say that your source of inspiration is a bubbly girl who always stands up for what she believes in. You might want to make your character a shy boy who always stands up for what he believes in. Perhaps he rarely gets recognized for his good deeds, but he prefers it that way. You really don't want your readers to be able to tell that you were inspired by a certain fictional character to create your character. Okay, so it's easy enough to invent a character, but you want to make a character that your readers can't wait to read about. And characters are first and foremost defined by their actions. Make a list of character traits that you want for your character, and then invent some scenes that show off those different traits in your novel or story. Show your character making a noble choice in a given situation, or perhaps making the wrong choice but then feeling guilty later. It's also really helpful to think about, when you're reading a book, what certain actions really irritate you when you're reading a book, and then avoid those, or what sort of actions make you kind of drawn to a character, and you can try to think about why you're drawn to that particular character and figure out how to make that sort of same emotional connection in your own writing. Make sure that your readers understand your character in any given situation, because understanding them is the first step to really liking them and rooting for them. You don't always need a rambling soliloquy of inner dialogue. Usually a sentence or two will suffice. Though if you're ever not sure that your readers understand your characters, then take as long as you need to sort of have them working through their feelings so that they understand why your character is doing what they're doing, and you can always come back later and revise or have somebody else read it and tell you whether or not you have too much information or not enough. I feel like the more readers understand a character, the more attached that they become, because it's kind of hard to get attached to someone that you don't really understand and that is just kind of doing things and you're not really sure why. I hope this video was helpful to anybody who doesn't know where to start when it comes to creating characters. Let me know what you thought of this video in the comments below, and if you have any advice on creating characters, feel free to share them as well. That's it for this video. Have fun and stay creative. Bye!